Let's go out west. In the western part of our country, the situation with COVID-19 reaching a critical point. Alberta seeing a record high number of cases, pushing hospitals in the province to the brink. Let's start there with CTV's Akshay Tandon, who's following the latest in Alberta and British Columbia. Akshay, what's going on?
Good afternoon, Todd. Well, the situation there is serious at this point of time. Todd, we're looking at cases that continue to rise, especially in Western Canada. A lot of cases coming in from the province of Alberta in particular at a time when the entire country is also looking at a three-day average of 6,000 cases per day. But let's talk about the province of Alberta. We have a map here that gives us details of the number of cases, deaths, and of course, total amount of cases. We saw more than 1,700 new cases, the highest single-day jump there. And the province has the most active cases in Canada with more than 16,000. That has doctors worried.
We are in the worst of it right now, and it's bad. Really concerned that, again, in the next week, especially if we're going at this trajectory, we're going to be running into some problems.
Doctors say the rise in cases is straining hospitals. They say they're having to double up patients in the ICU. The province says it will expand capacity, planning to add hundreds of more beds in the coming days and weeks. But will it be enough is the question. One modeler is projecting countrywide we could see 4,000 Canadians in hospital by Christmas. That could have hospitals making some tough decisions.
Setting the bar a bit higher for admission and maybe trying to see if some of the patients can be released earlier. We've seen things like doubling up of beds or other ways of trying to deal with this. And but of course, that also means that we're kind of cutting corners on the hospital side of things.
And this comes as a letter from the Alberta Health Services surfaced on Twitter asking doctors to preserve oxygen. And the AHS says, Todd, that it wants doctors to use oxygen responsibly because they are anticipating a rise in number of cases and hospitalizations in Alberta.
What about the situation in schools in Alberta?
Well, there is a little bit of concern there as well, Todd. We are looking at the virus now that has spread to the schools. About 16% of schools in Alberta are right now trying to contain the spread of the virus. Now, thousands of students over there are going to be switching from grades 7 to grade 12 to online learning this week to help curb the spread. Schools aren't the only institutions with these outbreaks right now. Long-term care homes are also experiencing outbreaks. 26 residents at the Rivera South Terrace have died, with more than 200 staff and residents having tested positive since the outbreak began in late October. And the 7-day average in the province right now, Todd, is close to 1,400 cases as the province of Alberta is struggling to contain the spread of the virus. Back to you.
All right. Thanks very much. CTV's Akshay Tandon with the latest. Thank you, Akshay.